What was the first redstone contraption you ever invented? For me, it was a minecart thingy. It was like you could arrive at the minecart station and then get out and go do whatever, and then get back in the minecart, and it would automatically launch off.
That was your first thing?
That was my first
You're
redstone.
a liar. My first thing, I had 2 switches and an iron door, and they had to be in a certain position. It was basically an AND gate, and in real life, if you looked at the redstone, it wouldn't fit in this convention hall. It was so poorly done. That was my first one.
Yeah, actually it was minecarts for me as well, since at the time I started with redstone, the only thing you could actually pretty much do with it is build a minecart station. There were no pistons, there was just redstone, a door, and minecarts. And the rails you could switch with a redstone signal. So yeah, also did a minecart station pretty much.
Okay. What is your all-time favorite redstone creation that can be achieved in vanilla?
Well, JL mentioned it before. Lately, the Zipcard guys did something completely insane. I mean, yeah, as you mentioned before, they manipulated the vanilla world generation by implementing redstone, by pushing certain structures into certain unloaded chunks, and it included a crap load of redstone signs. It was a week-long, or weeks of research and a lot of people contributing, and that was, to be honest, the video really, blew my mind even when I know what was coming right now, and that was by far the most impressive sim I've seen in vanilla redstone, for sure. I mean, there's creative stuff that also blows your mind, but survival style, that was sick, if you ask me.
I think that one was really cool too. But I think, personally, I go with the classics. The redstone CPU is the coolest thing. The very first one that was ever made. Do you guys remember who? I can't think of them. Anyway, yeah, just like building an actual processor in Minecraft, that's so cool. And people have evolved that over time, made better and better processors. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think Notch actually has liked the very first processor YouTube video at that time and was fascinated with what people could do with redstone at that point.
Yeah, I know Notch has said that was his favorite.
Yeah, and that's what he, when he really wanted to make redstone more functional because it was already so cool. So, yeah.
There's so many that have blown my mind, basically daily. I can't even begin to pick one. All of them.
All right. Did you have any wiring experience before Minecraft/Redstone? I guess this is more like, what kind of experience did you have? For me, I have a degree in computer science, so I've taken logic classes and that sort of stuff. Not that I think it's necessary to get into it, but it definitely, I think, helped me when I was trying to understand how all the logic gates worked and how you could fit things together.
Now, the beginning of last year, I learned what an AND gate is in Minecraft. And all of it's from Minecraft. It's just really interesting that you can learn all that stuff from it.
I was electrical and computer engineering major. So yeah, similar to Seth, a lot of logic gates, except I was burning them on little chips instead of building them in redstone. But that definitely has helped. It's anyone with a logical mindset, though, or an illogical mindset sometimes, can make some really amazing stuff. I don't think it necessarily helps, but it doesn't hurt for sure.
Yeah, I also have some engineering background, as many on the stage here, but that doesn't necessarily have to do with the interest in redstone. It just came naturally from the game, and I don't think it's limited. It's open to anyone, as everything consists out of a few very basic components. And yeah, I don't think you need experience, but I also had a little bit of experience with programming and logic gates and things like that.
All right, the next question is, what does etho look like? Why is this in here? Trislander, would you like to?
I got to pour through all the comments of the video that Seth put up asking for redstone-related questions. And that was the #1 redstone-related question. What does etho look like?
All right.
You guys, thanks for the questions.
Okay. All right, next question.
There's redstone flowing through his veins, all right?
He's skin of mobs, and his hair is lava.
Yeah.
There's a little etho in all of us.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Do you come up with an idea, then find a way to make it work? Or do you look at a redstone mechanic, then find a design to implement in it? And I think this is an excellent question because this kind of it gets at whenever I'm asked, how do you do it? How do you come up with stuff? Those are the two different ways that it happens. And I'll say they probably both happen equally when I'm trying to come up with stuff to do. It's just whatever strikes my fancy, whether it's I've just discovered a little glitch or some quirk of redstone or I just want to, make Donkey Kong. It's just whatever I feel like, but they both can lead to really awesome things.
Yeah, for me, actually, the only time where I really wanted to base a machine around a certain redstone feature was when the repeater logs were introduced, and I was really having a hard time to find a real good use for them. And I came up with a stopwatch which was able to stop time with 1/10 of a second accuracy, and it used the repeater logs to freeze the time pretty much. And that was the only time where I really did use a contraption and a feature and build a machine around it pretty much. Every other time it's just, okay, we are on a survival server, we want to see, can we farm this? Can we build a machine around it? So and then we need to figure out what kind of mechanics are necessary for this and then build it up bit by bit. That's my approach.
Just want to pitch in there too. I work a lot with my friends of the SipCrowd server. Often it kind of goes like that. I have these weird dreams. And then I come to the TeamSpeak and say, hey guys, I dreamed about something, and it was like blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly, 24 hours later, we have something crazy. And that's the community approach is something that is really cool. Often people think there's this one redstone genius, and he figures it all out and boom, there it is. But to be honest, redstone is one of the most team-intensive parts of Minecraft. Because, everybody has a specialty. We got guys who are good in compacting things. We are good. We have guys that can prototype ideas. And so it's basically an assembly line. Prototype idea, first functioning prototype, compacting. So it's a flow. That is really cool about redstone.
Yeah, I guess I could have added that as well when we were asking about how do you get better at redstone. It's really working together with other people who are also good at it is what made me better. And that's the real cool thing that I have such a server, and due to my YouTube channel, I found a lot of very talented people I could work together with. So I'm kind of in a premium position here a little bit because of that. But it's just try to find servers where there are other people who are also did something, a little contraption which you find cool, and then try to work with them together. That's probably the best way to get better at it. And building something together is also more fun. And in the end, it's going to be better because each of the persons who were involved found a little trick to get it even a little bit better, more compact, or in other ways more amazing.
Think of something cool and see if it's possible. And when it is, it's awesome. That's it.
Good answers. All right, next question. How do you feel about command block redstone as opposed to old school redstone? I personally dislike command blocks. This is the asker. I do not personally dislike them. And I try to avoid using them all the time, but whenever I upload something or see something uploaded without command blocks, I always see the same, you can do this better with command blocks types of comments.
I don't even know the crafting recipe for a command block.
There is none.
Bless your heart. I have an opinion on this for sure. I think a lot of the times features get added to Minecraft, and I put out snapshot videos whenever there's a snapshot, and every single snapshot video there's people complaining, this has ruined Minecraft. But really the way I see it is, if you don't like it, don't use it. The great thing about Minecraft is that we can make the game into our own personal experience. So I say, if you like playing survival Minecraft, why are you worrying about command blocks? You can't craft them. It's an entirely different set of constraints. It's more difficult in a way because there's less options, but it's a little bit simpler in a way because there's less options. So there's survival, and then the command blocks allow the custom map makers to do some really awesome stuff and build these cool custom maps, and that definitely contributes to the way a lot of people play Minecraft. Not everyone though. So it's it's sort of, I think it said around